Today we're going to have a look at the Voromotors SE Special Edition, and it's more like the Special Needs Edition. It needs more battery life. So in this video, I have a spare battery from a Jetson boat, and I'm going to try to put this in this bike. I don't know if it's going to work out or how easy it's going to be, but I'm going to do it. Because just like everyone else, I just want to spend the maximum amount of time I can away from my wife. And to do this, I have to get another battery. And this battery right here is a 36 volt battery. This is a 36 volt battery. And this battery, while it looks humongous, it's only 10 amp hours. And that's just not that great. Realistically, you'll get around 10 miles per charge. And just 10 miles, that's fully round trip. So that means I could only go 5 miles away from my... But with this other battery, that gives me 6 additional amp hours, which is good for about 6 more miles. That means I could do 8 miles one way or 16 miles round trip. So to do that, I have this splitter right here, and you connect the batteries, each one, into these ports over here. And it's kind of difficult to tell which is female and male because they have kind of design patterns of both, kind of like Caitlyn Jenner.
Wow!
So that's one battery like this, and then one battery like this. And I've seen the inside of the Voromotors before, and it's a fairly large design, so this thing will just sit right inside of where the controller is. Everything is it's going to be very neat and tidy. There's 4 bolts underneath the seats. Here's one right here. Oh, sorry, it's covering, but it's fairly easy to take off. Okay, so when you lift up the seat, there's this wire. It's connected to the brakes. Right here, just unplug it. It's a bit difficult. Wow. Okay, am I supposed to twist or what? I'll just wiggle it. Yeah, you just wiggle it out. And as expected, here's the XT60 cable, and there's a zip tie here. So that means that you cut this, your warranty is probably going to be denied. But either way, I need that extra power, extra juice. You unplug this. I mean, you're working with electronics. You want to... You know what? Let's take out the battery first. With this bike, I do find it a bit annoying that you have 2 separate keys. I mean, one to ride and one for the battery. So I just keep it in a safe place. Then I unlock the battery. Come on, come out here, please. Okay. Okay, so no battery, everything is safe now. Alright, so this is the cable. It's plugged to nothing. You could just pull it apart. And it's XT60. So, as I was saying earlier, it should be nice and neat. Hopefully I could fit this. Yeah, it fits down here somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to fit it down here. And when it comes to plug-in, you can't really plug it the wrong way because the cables are, they're different, like, you know, male-ish, female-ish. I don't really know the difference. But this one goes in here, and these ones can only plug to the battery. And there's one battery right here already. So that means I'm almost done, kind of. And for this one to reach to my destination, I'll need an extension cord, which I just have a few of them sitting around at all times. For these oddball projects, here is a fairly long one. I don't think you need one this long, but this one is probably like 1.5 feet. Okay, it's quite long. You know, okay, it's an extension cable, so there we go. And now we just want to orient this thing nice and tidy in here. And then we're going to close it all up because that's all you need to do in here. Okay, so this thing there's a big opening below here, below this bar. Just let it go. And if you have too much cable, you can probably just wrap it around. I might just do that. But I'm going to leave it out for now because I need to see how much I really need. And that's it. I didn't even have to unscrew anything here in this little box. And everything goes back. This cable is for the seat. Okay. So I rearranged it just a tiny bit. I got the splitter right here, the balancer of the batteries. I moved it to this side, and I have this cable right here. This is the front light and whatnot. I have it over here. It's blocking these two just so that, you know, this one gets a little bit of air. It's exposed to air right here. And I thought it would be better for cooling. And now finally for the brake light of the seat, it was like this, I believe. Shoot. Yeah. It was stuck underneath. So this goes back like this, but gotta plug this back in before I shove it back, and just line it up. Okay, so I remember that it was like this somehow. Okay, inside here. Because you don't want these cables sticking out. There we go. Okay, shove these cables in. Yes. Whoa. That was good. It just goes in, come on. Okay, there we go. And there's a gap here, so you really do have like a ton of space down here to work with. Alrighty. Goes something like that. And you see this cable, it's just hanging down here. I've always had this strap, so you know, if I could feed it through this, oh yeah, it's gonna make it. So it's gonna sit right beside. I mean, it'd be better if I had some shrink wrap, but I don't have any. But I do keep it clean just by running it alongside of the existing power cable. Okay, so that will keep it clean. There's a holder right here for a zip tie. I'll do that at the end. But for now, I could just finish up right here just so that I don't forget. All right, the top portion is done. Yes. That was pretty easy. That was too easy. But you know what? The bottom portion is always harder. Yes, it's always harder to get to the bottom. So the easy way to do it is if I just simply put the battery on top of the other battery, or maybe down here, just strap it in and just let it float. but I wasn't happy with that approach. Okay, so down here, okay, the battery can it fit? Yeah. Yes, it can fit down here, but you know, you can't, it's difficult to fit down here. But technically, if you could get it floating just like that, all right, just like that, then it's kind of a good spot. It's an excellent spot for the battery. Yeah. So what I did, I took some measurements, and where's my part? I took some measurements, and this is what I created. Yes, this is a 3D print. Those things come in handy. You can make your own custom mount. There we go. The battery is going to sit there just as how I imagined it. And down here, you know, it's not gonna stick below this bar. So, I mean, it's gonna stick down below this bar, but not below this. So if I hit something, chances of it scraping along the bottom is low. It's possible, but it's very, very low. Okay, so it doesn't move either because there's a notch cut out right there. Okay, so there's a, I don't understand that screw there, but there's a screw hole there. And you know, there's cutouts here, here for some zip ties or Velcro. And there's a cutout right down here as well. Zip ties or Velcro. And so this thing is gonna sit in there just like so. Problem is I can't get it in. And it's because of this battery holder. So the battery has, it's gonna fit if I remove it, I think. Otherwise, I just spent a whole lot of time planning for nothing. I believe if I remove these four, it's gonna fit. Okay, so all four are gone. How does this thing come out? Okay, whoa, oh, you see that? It slipped into place as soon as I took this out, you see? With this thing out, it could just slip into place, and now I could move this back up and screw it back in. Here it is. Time to plug it in. I know this is hot. This battery should have some juice in it, even though I haven't used it for many months, but it's authentic Jetson battery, so it can work. Come on, please. All right, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna turn this thing on. Oh yes, I forgot to turn off the light. Yes, so it is on. It is working, and look at that go. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. That is just so amazing. It is just so amazing. Second battery. I just love it when this thing goes so flawlessly. Dual battery Voromotors Roadrunner SE. Tighten up the battery. Okay, so the battery is on tight now, and that means that if I unplug this, just to make sure the battery's going, you see the light? Okay, so if I unplug this, it should remain on. Right. Fantastic. Parallel batteries. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys came up with some ideas. If you guys need the printout of this, I will gladly share the file, but you know, it's kind of jacked up because I made it for Velcro and I don't know where my Velcro is. So I'm just going to use these nylon zip ties because I'm so anxious to write it. I got to get going with this thing. And as for the charging port, I mean, yeah, this is sad. Over here is a Jetson charging port. So I'm going to have to wire this up and solder it. And yeah, I have the soldering ends for this because I do a lot of Jetson projects and I just happen to have the soldering end for it. And that's how I'm going to clean it up. And it will be cleaned up. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one. Take care.